Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Mr. Stephen Has a Dabble. Hello there, and it's been a little while since I have made a Minecraft video, and a lot of things have changed. We're now not playing New Frontier anymore, although it's essentially the same thing. We're continuing with the game as it was, but a few things are different. We are on a mod pack now called Herdcraft, which means if you want to play this, you can actually download this from the Curse server and you can play Herdcraft yourself if you think that it's an exciting thing and you'd like to try it. Herdcraft is basically we've taken the New Frontier mod, and Dan, who runs the server, took New Frontier mod and has updated some bits and cross-dated other bits so that it's better for us as a gaming collective. So that's why we're doing what we're doing. Yeah, we're kind of continuing from where we left off, but at the same time there's a few things that are different, and let's go through some of that now. So first things first, you'll notice in my hotbar I've got two new icons here. The magma cube pet and the creeper pet. Those do two things which are going to be incredibly useful. The creeper pet stops me from exploding if if a creeper explodes next to me, so that's really useful. And the magma cube pet, as long as it's got food, will stop me from burning to death if I sit in lava or something like that. Now I can try this out by going downstairs. You know where downstairs was, because we've got a full magma pet thing. And these are dead simple to make, and I might make some others. They're called inventory pets. And that mod is in this mod. So yeah, very, very useful. They do all sorts of things. In fact, there's an inventory pet you can get that gives you special well, it gives you infinite bows and things like that. Like an infinite quiver, which is really cool. Okay, so I'm going to land here. I'm still in bat mode, of course I am. And I'm right next to lava. God, I hope this works, otherwise this is going to be a very short stream. And then, look. I'm walking on lava. But I didn't actually take any damage from that. Isn't that cool? I can just walk across lava like that. I don't need to, obviously, because I can fly. Anyway, right, here we are. Right, so, yeah, back to what we were doing before. Now, if I remember rightly, we had made... Let's go out and have a quick look at this. We had made our structure things there. I've put ender chests on them. And you can see that the ender chests are absolutely full of different ores and things. So there's a couple of things that we need to do. First of all, we need to process those ores as they go into our refined storage system. But more importantly than that, look, our refined storage system is completely full. Absolutely, just completely full. Because we've only got two 1K storage disks. And what we could do is build more 1K storage disks. Obviously, it takes time and takes energy and all of that sort of stuff, and we don't want to use as much time as energy as we have to. Now, I can't remember if I added this in stream or not. We've got a solderer there that helps us make things. We've got a pattern grid there, which is what we're going to... We make these patterns, and then the patterns go into crafters and things like that. So yes, so and back here, I made it. I can't do that. There we go. Back here, I've made a crafter. So what we can do, and under here we've got an importer. So what's going to happen is this importer goes straight into the controller, right? This crafter can go into the solderer. Oh, I can't play it there. There we go. It goes into the solderer. So if we make a pattern that we can craft in the solderer, then we can sort of automatically create bits from that. But we're going to need more. Now that sound you might have just heard in the background, that's my magma cube pet eating. Now, if you have a look in here, actually I can empty some of these bags because I did a stream with Dan the other day and picked up a few things whilst we were out. You'll see I've got a couple of things in here. First of all, the lunchbox. that wasn't working is now working, so that's great. I can put that somewhere. I want to put it somewhere safe. I don't want to carry it on me all the time, but I tell you what, let's take these seeds out of there. We'll put those in here. We'll put the seeds in here. All in this one. It doesn't matter. And eventually everything will be in refined storage anyway. But until then, we need to get this going. Yes, that's great. That's perfect. Okay, we've got this feed bag. You see. I'm going to open up the feed bag and you see I've got nether quartz in there and I've got gunpowder in there. Well, this creeper pet eats gunpowder and this magma cube pet eats nether quartz. So I've got to keep that. I can keep that anywhere in my inventory and it will automatically feed them. You'll notice as well I've got a new set of armour and we've got fire resistance, which is this guy here. If I take him out of my inventory, fire resistance goes away. So he needs to be in the hotbar at all times to get that fire resistance stuff. Although right now I don't need to worry about that, so I can actually put both of them in a box. We'll put them in this box here, all three of those, because they're useful. Okay, so where are we? We want more of these drives, and ideally we want 64K ones, which means we're going to have to craft a lot of stuff. But the best way of doing that is with auto crafting. And I notice we've got a grid and a pattern grid, but what we haven't got is a crafter, which we're going to need to make, and that can sit up there, and this can sort of grow as much as we want, so that's cool. And we're going to need to make more disk drives, and disk drives are important because without them we can't empty these boxes. So how are we going to do this first? Right, so let's have a look at disk drives. We are going to go to 1K. The first thing we want to do is automate this 1K storage part, which needs glass. I think that's just any glass. That's cool. Quartz enriched iron and silicon, which is any silicon and redstone. So that's pretty simple. Okay. So I think we're going to need another crafter for this though, and what we'll end up doing is having a ton of these crafters. Okay, here's the start then, because quartz enriched iron, that's an important thing to get. Machine castings and stuff, and yeah, right. So we need to know how to make stone. We need to know how to make this quartz enriched iron, which is easy enough. And let's go from there. Okay, so have we got any quartz enriched iron? We have, and we've got some quartz in here as well. Today is all about crafting, I think. We'll also have a look to see if we've got any iron in here as well. Yeah, we've got some iron in here. And we've got 10 blocks of iron in here as well. So even if we didn't have that, we'd be alright. We also this is the sort of using this as a sort of secondary storage thing at the moment, but it's probably more important because I can get to this storage. I can't always get to the other storage. We've got things, we've got loads of lapis and stuff in here, which is useful, which will be useful because we're going to need to build bigger environmental tech stuff as well. Sand, that's good, and glass because we're going to need that kind of stuff. So we'll start off with one of these, which means we need stone as well, and I don't know that we've got any stone. We can easily make stone though. Because we have the power, we can rebuild you. Rebuild you. We need some more quartz enriched iron, and what I'm going to do here is make as much of it as possible, which isn't very much. I might have to go and get some more quartz at some point. My magma pet has been eating the quartz. That's not always a good thing. We also need to how are we doing time? Right, okay. We also need to do this and put a stone in the middle for the machine casting. It's brilliant. Okay. Now what are we doing? We're doing one of these. So now we need these cores. So we've got a destruction core, and that's some nether quartz and a basic processor. So we need to know how to make the basic processor, which is Printed basic process of redstone and printed silicon. So we need to know how to make printed silicon. Okay, this is where we start. Oh, it's nighttime. It must be nighttime. Now, what we'll notice here then, all the power is drained from that because it's night, and we don't really have enough storage space for nighttime. But we'll keep going as much as we can. So silicon, right? I need some silicon. Have we got any silicon in here? We do. And you see what's happening, like, is that even though I've put silicon in here, it's taking stuff out of there. And I've put 33 things in there, and this will then fill up again with the stuff from outside, which is annoying, but it does work. But you see, we've got space there now, which we didn't have before. Right, we go into our pattern processing thing, and we want to. Oh, you know what? I think we might need another machine here. We do. We need a processing pattern encoder. We need one of them. Okay. I thought I made one of them, but they're not. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. I often think I did things that I didn't do. This is a problem that I have. It's quite serious. What I can also do here, I think, is expand this way a bit. And we're going to get some lighting for that as well. I think I've got some torches on me. And we want to put that there. So we've got somewhere we can walk into and somewhere we can build on. Right, and in fact we might expand this back a little bit as well. Which means that we'll be able to put something there, and actually we'll go around it in a corner where it's going to be easier for us to manage stuff like this. And just in case, we'll make sure we've got enough light in there as well. Okay. So, right, processing pattern encoder. This thing here, that's what we're going to make. We still don't have a crafting grid, although I think processing patterns are probably more important right now. So let's go with this over to this table over here. And we'll put that there. And what else do we need? We need quartz enriched iron. Oops. Of which we have 4. And then we need 2 disk drives, which we don't have at the moment. But they're there. They're just not sort of ready. I have enough of this to do this. Make a furnace. And do we have any wood? We might be running short on wood at some point. Okay, we've got plenty of wood now, but at the moment, but we're clearly going to need some more later. So let's take that down. Well, whilst we're up here, we might as well make the table that we need to. Crafting table done. Fly down here. This one goes here. This one goes there. And again, although it's a bit of a pain to do all of this stuff, we're not tremendously short of things. So I'm going to take half of those out of there. You'll see when in a sec. And we'll put that and that there, and we'll make one of these. Processing pattern encoders, and we'll stick this one up here. And we can put these disk drives up here. And this is where it starts to get annoying. Okay, because we're going to put a bit of silicon in there like that. And that should give us a printed silicon thing, which we're going to put in there like that. We're going to do that. Okay, and then we go back down over here to this crafter. We put the printed silicon disc in there, and that means that what we should be able to do now is click on this, do printed silicon, and it will now craft it if we click on it. So we've automated our first automation, which is really cool. We can't put, because it's filled up again. I bet it's filling up as well. Now this is useful. We might be able to do some stuff with glowstone if we've got enough of it at some point. 3. We haven't got enough of it at some point. Okay. Right, so what else do we need to do? We need other automations to make the stuff that we want to do, because we want... My mind's gone blank. I don't know what we're meant to be doing there. I had an idea. We started to think about what we were going to do to make it. It's something to do with refined storage. It's not the crafting grid. Oh, craft! We need another crafter, don't we? Right. So there we go. Crafter from refined storage. We need another one of these. Which we can make, but at the same time we need another one of these as well. So we need to do basic processing again. We need to say that the basic processor and nether quartz. So I need a basic processor, which I'm going to have to do again. Basic processors are quite useful. So we'll have some printed basic process, which is iron. We need an iron thing to be processed. So the first thing we're going to do is we'll clear this, and we're going to drop an iron in there, and we're going to drop this in here like so, and then up here again we're going to say that makes that by putting it through this machine. Second one of those done. And we also need the other pattern grid here, and here we're going to put our no we're not I'm afraid. I forgot to do something. What did I forget to do? Yeah, up here again. This isn't complicated, I'm just making it overly complicated, I'm afraid. Okay, and if we put that and that in there. It's all very exciting. Just shift my camera along a bit, just because I haven't reset anything up, so I think I'm just off to one side of it. Anyway, that's made a basic processor. Basic processors are good. We want to stick the basic processor shape in here. And that tells us how we make basic processors, is it? Like so. It's all good. And, yeah, we've... Right, what else? In here? No, not in there. Oh, that is a... No, that's a pattern grid. No, yeah, I don't know why that was... right, we need quartz, which I've just used up all of the nether quartz, haven't I? No, I haven't. I thought I had. But actually, there is some in the feed bag here. So, if I go into this one and do that, and because we just need the pattern of it at this point, and that, it will make the destruction core that we need. We can take that out, and we can put that in what will be the new crafter when we make it. We don't want to put it in the other one just yet. But we're going to need to repeat this process for these other things here. So we'll do an advanced processor now. That is a printed silicon, and okay, so we need to make another printed silicon, which isn't easily said or done. All right, I'm missing too many of these to be able to do that. Make another one of those. We need another redstone. Oh, actually, before we do that, we need some diamond. And I've got diamond. That's really annoying. Printed advanced processor. So, right, now we've got this in here. We know how to make a printed advanced processor. We just use a single diamond on it. And that can be placed over here. With all the other stuff. And we want a pattern that is this one, and printed silicon, because you always want printed silicon. And then let's see what that makes. That makes our advanced processor. And this is why we're not putting things like the basic processors in, because as much as we need them, it's night time again. As much as we need them, we kind of need to. We need them not to go into the solderer. Right, where are we? What have we done? We've done construction, destruction. I think we've done the destruction core, haven't we? Yeah, so we still need a construction core, which is a basic processor and glowstone, and that's just crafting. So I can do that in here. If we've still got the basic processor, yes, we have. And now glowstone. Glowstone is a bit more tricky-ish. So we have it. It's just not going to be in the system because we. All right, we've got some in the system. That might help a bit. And one of them, that makes that. That's cool. And again, construction and destruction cores we're not going to use at all. Well, we're going to use them, and we're not going to put in a crafter until we make this next crafter. So what we should be able to do now, we need more quartz enriched stuff, and I'm running out of room as well. I need somewhere to put all of this stuff. I can't just put it in the advanced storer because we haven't got enough space in the disk drives. Oh, it's all going. This is good. See, we've got emeralds and things. We've got golds, and this is all coming together now. But it's not enough just yet. Right, what am I going to do? I'll have to put it in here. I just need to put all these things away somewhere because we're going to go into the nether in a second, and I want to make sure we are as immune to dying as possible. Take the hammer out because that's going to be useful, and we're going to go and get my little pets, and their bag of feeding. Now you think I'm going into the nether, but I don't have enough food for my thing. Well, that's all right, because actually we'll pick up more food later on, so that's good. And with that, and with the sounds of the nether going on in the background, I'm going to say goodbye to you for today, because that's pretty much all we can do for today. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, leave that little thumbs up thing. If you haven't, then I'm very sorry, you don't need to come here ever again. If you are new here, please do subscribe, and yeah, leave your likes, leave your comments and all that stuff, and I will see you next time we play Mr. Stephen Has a Dabble. Thanks for coming. Bye for now.